NYC Tipping Guide. What's the Reddit consensus? NYC tipping? 15% pre-tax is the bare minimum. I usually do 20% on the total. So much easier. Like last Tuesday at Joe's Pizza on Bleecker, slice was $4.50. I just threw down a $6 and called it a day. It's your money though, you could tip less or nothing. But service folks rely on tips. I waited tables once, back in '08, at that diner on 34th. Brutal. So, yeah, 20% feels right to me.
How much are you supposed to tip in NYC? NYC tipping? Think of it as a performance tax. You're paying for the show, darling. 15-20% is the standard. Unless your server channeled Meryl Streep in Devil Wears Prada, then 25% feels right. Seriously though, cash is king. Credit cards are for the tourists. Carrying Benjamin Franklin's ensures smooth sailing with cabbies, bellhops, porters are so last century, and waiters who remember your name. Remember these golden rules. Taxi drivers, round up or add a few extra bucks. They battle traffic like gladiators. Seriously. Waitstaff, 15% minimum for mediocre service. More for brilliance. Think culinary artistry meets theatrical flair. Less, well, you're Scrooge McDuck. Hotel staff, a couple of bucks per bag for bellhops. Think of it as a small price for avoiding a strained back. Pro tip. My friend, bless his cotton socks, once tipped a barista $10 for a mediocre latte. Don't be that guy. Unless it's really good. Then go for it. Additional note? This all applies to 2024. Inflation's a beast, isn't it? If aliens invade, all bets are off. I'll update then.
Is it rude to not tip in NYC? Not tipping in NYC? Well, bless your heart, darling. It's like showing up to a costume party in your birthday suit, awkward, and somebody's gonna stare. Think of it this way. NYC service workers depend on tips more than my grandma depends on bingo night. It's practically written into the city charter, maybe, or maybe just strongly implied by the sheer audacity of living here. Restaurants, forget 15%. That's like suggesting a toddler pay rent. Aim for 20% minimum, 25% if they remembered your complicated oat milk latte order, taxis, ride shares. Round up, friend, unless the driver took a shortcut through New Jersey. Then, maybe just a polite cough. It happened to my sister's, friend. Hotels, bellhops, housekeepers, the guy who brings extra towels after your existential crisis in the shower. All deserve a little something, even if you think it wasn't you having a shower crisis. And hey, if you're feeling extra generous, tip the subway performers. They put on a better show than half the stuff on Broadway, TBH. Bottom line, tip like you mean it. Or face the wrath of a city that runs on caffeine and unspoken expectations. I once saw a guy get silently judged for weeks for stiffing a pretzel vendor. No joke.
How much to tip doormen in NYC? $3 a package feels right. Sometimes 5 if it's a real hassle. 20 to 50 a month? Yeah, maybe. If they're actually good, really good. Like, remember my dog Sparky? They helped me so much that month. I felt awful, so I gave them 75. Holidays. Ugh. A gift card is okay, I guess. It's just awkward. This whole tipping thing. Package delivery. $5 per package. More for larger multiple items. Monthly tip. $20, $50, depending on their help and how often I use them. Could be more, depends on the year. This year I'm giving 50. Holiday gift. A nice gift card. It's more personal than just cash. It's also transactional. This city, this life. I wish things were simpler. Honestly. I hated moving here. I miss my old apartment. The doorman there was amazing. Never even bothered with tipping him. I still think about him. It is weird. Anyway, Tipping. Yeah, it's a thing. A necessary evil. I'm tired.
Is mandatory tip legal in NYC? No. Illegal. NYC law. Mandatory tips? Unlawful. Restaurants must disclose automatic gratuities. Transparency is key or they face penalties. State law silent on gratuities. Notice required. Clear, conspicuous. Prior to billing. 2024. Violation, fines. Other sanctions. This ain't Vegas. My neighbor's restaurant got fined last year. Something about a hidden service charge. He's grumpy. Always grumpy. But right about this. This isn't about ethics. This is about law. Don't be a chump. Know your rights. Check the fine print. Always.
Do you need cash for tips in New York? Ugh, New York. Tips. Right. Cash for tips. Is it really necessary? Okay. Restaurant. Bar. Yeah, you got a tip. I tip at least 20% these days. Minimum wage, I know. It's awful. Remember that place I worked at in high school back in 2010? It wasn't even minimum wage, I swear. Card versus cash. Servers probably prefer cash, makes sense. Immediate gratification, I guess. But card works. I use card all the time, like 90% of the time, to be honest. Less hassle. Oh, my friend Liam, he only tips cash. Says it's a power move or something ridiculous. Whatever. So cash isn't like absolutely mandatory. Card's fine. Just don't be a cheapskate, okay? 20% feels normal. Maybe more if the service is phenomenal. Wait, tax. Tip before tax. Always. New York. Expensive. Tips. Yep. Additional info. Acceptable tip amounts. You should usually tip around 18 to 25% in New York. For truly exceptional service, exceeding this is encouraged. Cash preference. While card tips are common, some workers appreciate cash, enabling them to receive earnings instantly. Tipping on card. Almost all restaurants and bars accept tips via credit or debit card, incorporating them into the final bill. Services that require tipping. You are expected to tip for services such as dining at restaurants, bar service, taxi rides, hairdressing, and food delivery. Calculating tips. It's a standard practice to calculate tips before sales tax is applied to the bill.
Does New York have tipped wages? Tipped wages exist. NYC, LI, Westchester, 1065, plus 535 tip credit. Employer covers shortfall. Standard minimum wage applies. The absurdity of relying on charity for survival, worth considering. NYC, LI, Westchester, 1065 cash wage, 535 tip credit, 2024 figures. Employer responsibility, top-up payment required. If tips don't meet minimum wage applies to everyone, regardless of tips. My coffee this morning, $4.75. Who decides these things? Living wage, not minimum wage. Just a thought. Fight for more. Always more.
What are the tipping rules in NYC? NYC tipping. Navigate it. Restaurants, 20% standard. Consider it mandatory. Tax? Double it for a quick estimate. Sub-minimum wage is rampant. Tips fill the void. Additional info. Beyond restaurants, tipping permeates NYC culture. Consider these. Taxis, rideshares, 15 to 20% expected. Factor in distance and service. Bartenders, 1 2 per drink or 15 to 20% of the tab. Hotel staff, bellhops, 2.5 per bag. Housekeeping, 3.5 per night. Concierge, based on service. Personal services, hairdressers, barbers, nail technicians, 15 to 20%. Cash is king. Though cards are prevalent, some prefer it. Know what's expected or be judged. Service dictates everything.